What's stopping you from becoming a successful seller on Teachers Pay Teachers? You might have asked yourself that question before, and a lot of times it's a variety of things of not knowing how much time it's going to take you, being a busy and tired teacher after school, a fear of starting in general, and just worrying about what other people are going to think. And in today's video, I'm going to break down for you the fears that you might be having about getting started on Teachers Pay Teachers, and we're going to knock them all out of the park, and you are going to get started and want to begin as soon as you finish this video. From time to time, I get messages over on Instagram and people will tell me what their fears are about getting started. Sometimes I might have a chat box that pops up and I'll say, what's holding you back from getting started, for example, on Teachers Pay Teachers. And recently I got a response that I found to be very relatable, and I wanted to share it with you in case you just want to see how other people are feeling, and maybe you will identify with those feelings and what's been holding you back. And today we're going to talk about the things that are commonly holding sellers back from getting started, as well as what to do to overcome those things, because I've been there before and I've helped hundreds of teachers do the same. The first fear that this person stated inside of DMs was just the fear of starting something new. We can all identify with that, right? We know we want a certain outcome. We want to make more money, but we don't want to work more hours. We're busy, tired teachers, and the thought of taking an extra job, and no shade at any of these jobs, but the thought of driving for Uber after a long day at school, or waitressing, or going to work at a department store makes you so tired and anxious if you're anything like me. I knew that I didn't want to trade all my time after school as a teacher for another job, having another boss. I wanted to be able to do something from the comfort of my own home, in my home office, and be able to sip on a nice coffee and be stress-free while I can take care of my dog, pop in a load of laundry, do the dishes, and get some work done on my own side hustle, a Teachers Pay Teachers store, and make money while I'm busy teaching and living my best life, and I'm not always trading all my time for working. So I can definitely understand why this person would say that just the fear of starting something new is very overwhelming. Once you become an entrepreneur, you tend to get over this really quickly because you're always needing to learn something new. And if the thought of that doesn't excite you, then probably starting a side hustle is not going to be the best idea. But likely you clicked on this video because you have initiative, you want more for your life, and you don't want somebody else telling you all the time how to get more. You just want to work for yourself and not have another boss. Another thing that might be holding you back, just like this future seller, I'm going to manifest that for them, is that they don't know how things work on the back end of TPT. They have all these great product ideas in their head. They want to get them out there, but they don't know how to make products. That's really common. Everybody has to start somewhere. If you are an advanced seller on TPT and you're making a lot of money, I guarantee those people are not doing it all on their own. They either have a team of people that they're working with, or they've taken a lot of courses or gotten coaching. So it's not just somebody Googled everything and poof, they figured out the magic formula. It just doesn't work like that. I can't think of any other industry where it's just so easy to find the steps on your own and you can just put it all together. I get that that would be so amazing, but I myself take courses all the time. I have 2 right now in the queue that I'm working through in my own business. My virtual assistant takes courses with me as well, so we can talk the same talk. And the best success I've had in my own TPT store is when I've invested in some kind of course to make my learning better so that I can add that into my store, or coaching. And I always love the feedback that I get from working with someone one-to-one, because they'll tell it to you straight and they'll tell you what your next best steps are. So not knowing how things work on the seller end is a little bit of a setback, and I don't want to gatekeep or make it seem like you're never going to find the answers. That's not true. There are courses where you can learn these things. One of them is my own course, From Zero to Cha-Ching, and I'm not here to pitch that to you today at all. It is a one-stop shop where you can find every single answer you're looking for to getting started in your TPT store, and I've spent hundreds of hours curating those lessons and setting them up in the right order based on the way I've learned how to sell on TPT and been a daily consistent seller myself while working full time. So not knowing where those answers are is really tricky, because when you go to Google how to start a Teachers Pay Teacher store, you're going to get a variety of different things on YouTube, and it's not going to be all in one place. And so I would urge this person who sent me the DM, and if you're identifying with that, is find someone that you really like. There's tons of people out there too that sell similar courses to mine. There's someone out there that could be the perfect teacher for you, whether it's me or someone else. And so just finding someone that aligns with your learning style is a great way to figure that out. If you have watched a lot of my YouTube videos and you like the way I teach, then you will be excited to know that inside of my course, I teach the same way, except I'm giving a lot more of the secrets away. And I show you intimate details inside of my own TPT store that I don't share publicly. I don't share over on Instagram. I only show inside of my course. And that's on purpose, because the people that have paid to work with me get to know all the secrets. Another thing that this person said is holding them back, they put it as TPT regulations, and those things you can find out for yourself on TPT's website. If you're wanting to know how much of a cut they take, I've done a YouTube video on that. You can figure that out by watching that video, but you can actually just dive deep into that. And a lot of people will ask me questions on Canva. Should they use that? Again, another YouTube video I have. But the thing with Canva is you just need to go read their privacy policy on your own. And most people don't want to do that work. And so they just want a quick answer in DMs, and then they don't like the answer that they get. And so they just shut down and they never start their TPT store. So inside of Canva's website, you can find all of those answers. Inside of my course, I do have lessons on how to use Google. So if you want to do more digital type products, I have PowerPoint lessons as well as Canva. I have a wide variety of ways to learn how to sell on TPT that will totally be customized to the way that you like to create products. The last thing that this person said is that they're a single mom and they're trying to figure out a time that could really work for them. And I've posted ideal schedules for your TPT store. I routinely do that over on Instagram, actually, because I get that question a lot. Is, hey Molly, how do you do this as a full-time teacher? I talk about how I'm a teacher and I'm balancing my TPT store. So I've posted my exact schedule for the way I work on things. And in the beginning, it will get a little bit of pressure on you to figure out the right schedule, just because you're going to have things like kids need to go to soccer practice, or you got to go visit your in-laws. And so if you figure out a schedule from the beginning, that is so wonderful, because then you're probably more likely to stick to it, and the content creation part of it won't stress you out and you won't be feeling so overwhelmed. I know from myself as a full-time teacher and a TPT seller that I need to have Mondays and Fridays off. Monday, I don't want to work on anything. In fact, I've made that rule with tutoring as well. I don't tutor anybody on a Monday. And then Fridays too. I used to hustle and do stuff on Fridays, and my husband is off work on that day. And I just decided that I'm tired after being at school all week, and I really want that time to be with him and our dog and spend family time together and not be worried about my store. So I really try to concentrate those hours. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Something usually happens in my store on Saturdays and Sundays as well, but those are negotiable because I have really good systems and processes in place for my TPT store, all of which I share inside of From Zero to Cha-Ching, my TPT course. I hope this video motivates you to get started with your TPT store, and just know that the things that are holding you back, we've all been there before. If I could show you a peek inside of my DMs, this message was not unique. I get these comments a lot from people, and I think the difference between the people that are successful on TPT and the ones who are not is that they got started and they followed a plan. If you'd like to learn more about joining From Zero to Cha-Ching, I'll keep that link down below and you can check out all the details. And if you're like, I know I want to start on TPT, but I'd like a little bit of hand-holding before I dive right into your course, I have a free 4-day challenge, and every day of that challenge you will get one baby step that's super actionable to get started, and it's completely free, like I mentioned, and you can grab that link down below and just get started. There's a free Facebook group that goes along with that challenge, and you can check in every single day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.